5 Signs of Genuine Hatred. Marcus Aurelius once said, "How much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does, but what happens when that neighbor harbors something darker." What happens when dislike transforms into genuine hatred? Today, we're diving deep into the 5 unmistakable signs of genuine hatred, and why recognizing them could save your peace of mind, your relationships, and perhaps even your life. This is the Zen Realms, and if you're new here, welcome to a space where ancient wisdom meets modern psychology. We explore the depths of human nature through the lens of Stoic philosophy and Zen teachings. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, because understanding human darkness is the first step toward cultivating inner light. 5 Signs of Genuine Hatred. The wisdom to see beyond the mask. And now, let's be clear, we're not talking about everyday annoyance or temporary anger. Genuine hatred is something entirely different. It's a consuming fire that reveals itself in specific, unmistakable ways. Sign number 1, the inability to celebrate your success. You cannot genuinely celebrate your victories. Listen carefully. This isn't about someone having a bad day when you share good news. This is about a pattern. Every time something good happens to you, they find a way to diminish it. You get promoted? Well, the company is probably desperate. You buy a new car. Must be nice to have daddy's money. You achieve a personal goal. I guess it was easier than I thought. The ancient Stoics understood that envy is the thief of joy, not just yours, but theirs. As Epictetus taught, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Someone consumed by hatred cannot learn from your success because they're too busy resenting it. Think about the people in your life. Who genuinely lights up when you share good news? And who always seems to have a "but" ready? This distinction matters more than you realize. Sign number 2, they remember your failures with perfect clarity. They remember your mistakes and failures with photographic precision. We all remember things that impact us. But someone who harbors genuine hatred? They catalog your failures like a prosecutor building a case. They remember the exact date you made that embarrassing comment 3 years ago. They recall every time you were late, every promise you broke, every moment you fell short, even when you've forgotten these things yourself. In Zen Buddhism, there's a beautiful saying, "The axe forgets, but the tree remembers." But what happens when someone chooses to be the tree that never heals? When they tend to old wounds like a gardener tends to flowers. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, confine yourself to the present. Those who genuinely hate cannot do this. They're prisoners of your past mistakes, and they want to make you a prisoner too. Ask yourself, do the people in your life allow you to grow, or do they constantly remind you of who you used to be? Sign number 3, they actively work to undermine your reputation. They systematically work to damage your reputation behind your back. This goes beyond casual gossip. This is strategic character assassination. They plant seeds of doubt about you in conversations. They share your private struggles as public entertainment. They twist your words and present them in the worst possible light. You confide in them about a relationship problem. Suddenly, mutual friends are hearing about how toxic you are in relationships. You share a work frustration. Now people think you're incompetent or difficult to work with. Confucius taught, the superior man thinks of virtue, the small man thinks of comfort. Someone who actively undermines others has abandoned virtue entirely. They find comfort in your discomfort. How do you know this is happening? You start noticing that people treat you differently after spending time with this person. Conversations feel strained. Opportunities dry up mysteriously. As the Stoics would say, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Those who truly know you will see through the noise. Sign number 4, they take pleasure in your pain. They derive genuine pleasure from your suffering. This is perhaps the most chilling sign. When something bad happens to you, when you're going through a breakup, facing financial stress, dealing with health issues, they light up inside. They might mask it with fake concern. Oh no, that's terrible, but watch their eyes. Listen to their tone. Notice how quickly they want to hear every detail of your misery. Psychology calls this Schadenfreude, pleasure derived from another person's misfortune. But genuine hatred takes this further. It's not just pleasure in your pain, it's a deep satisfaction that the universe is finally putting you in your place. Buddha taught that holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. But those who hate have learned to enjoy the burn. They've convinced themselves that your pain somehow heals their wounds. If someone consistently seems energized by your struggles and disappointed by your recoveries, you're not dealing with a friend having a bad day. You're dealing with someone who has chosen darkness over light. Sign number 5, they cannot forgive even after genuine apology. They refuse to forgive you, even when you've genuinely apologized and changed your behavior. Now, let me be clear, no one is obligated to forgive. Forgiveness is a gift, not a right. But someone who harbors genuine hatred will use your past mistakes as permanent ammunition, regardless of your growth or genuine remorse. You apologize sincerely. They accept it, then bring up the same issue weeks later. You change your behavior. They insist it's just an act. You try to make amends. They view it as manipulation. In Zen, we learn that holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. But those consumed by hatred have developed a taste for poison. They've made your mistakes part of their identity. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end," but genuine hatred refuses to allow new beginnings. It insists that you remain forever defined by your worst moments. Understanding this can be liberating. When someone refuses to see your growth, it's not about you, it's about their choice to remain trapped in the past. The wisdom to respond. Now that we've identified these signs, the question becomes, how do we respond with wisdom? The Stoics would tell us to focus on what we can control. You cannot control another person's hatred, but you can control your response to it. First, protect your energy. Limit your exposure to people who consistently display these signs. Your peace of mind is not a sacrifice you owe to anyone. Second, don't take it personally. Their hatred says everything about them and nothing about your worth. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Third, choose compassion without compromise. You can feel sorry for someone trapped in hatred while refusing to be trapped with them. The Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh teaches us that understanding someone's suffering can help us respond with compassion rather than reactivity. But compassion doesn't mean accepting abuse. Recognizing genuine hatred isn't about becoming cynical or closing your heart. It's about developing the wisdom to distinguish between someone having a bad day and someone who has chosen to make your existence their enemy. Remember, you cannot heal someone else's hatred, but you can prevent it from infecting your own heart. I'm curious. Have you encountered these signs in your own life? How did you handle it? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom might help someone else navigate a difficult situation. If this video helped you gain clarity, smash that like button and subscribe for more content where ancient wisdom meets modern challenges. Next week, we'll explore the flip side, 5 signs of genuine love and friendship, because knowing the darkness helps us better appreciate the light. Until then, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one.